Il y a une météo qui c'est quand même un petit peu...
Ouais, apparemment. Pour l'instant, en tout cas, très bien, évidemment. On voit ici l'équipe WRT, on est prêt également avec cette voiture numéro 30. James Paul Franco Colapinto et Benjamin Goethe. 13 Mercedes sur la grille de départ, 12 Porsche, 9 Audi, 8 Lamborghini, 7 Ferrari, 3 BMW, 3 Aston Martin, 2 McLaren, une Bentley, total 58 voitures, 25 engagés en Pro, 17 en Silver Cup, c'est un nouveau record d'ailleurs pour la catégorie, 14 en croix et 2 voitures dans la Ham Cup avec un duel.
Set here for the first enduro of the 2025 ARC GT World Challenge by the Racing Rats here. It's the 1.2 hours of Spa. Jackson Lambros with you in the commentary box for Auto Racing Connected by Dive Bomb. As safety car about to roll. Ivan walks off. Second pole, but trying to make it a four-peat after we missed it on broadcast. But one at Sonoma. So the Spaniard has won all 3 rounds thus far in that Corvette. Thomas Smith, the fellow Corvette Z06, going to be rolling off 14th. After that, it's Androkinos Sekademis in that Audi R8. Adam Sikorsky in 14th. Then it is Ignash in the BMW in 12th. Adrian Kairos in that Porsche for Rebellion will be rolling off 11th. Matt Webb is 10th. Samuel Yahir 9th for Rebellion in Porsche. Santiago Barrios is in 8th. AJ Nickel is in 7th. Arthur Bellin for Audi is in 6th. Mikhail Dunilov in 5th. Ewan Yellen, one of the guys we haven't really seen too much up front, with a really good chance today to perform, starting in 4th. Matt Scoro is in 3rd. Again on pole, Ivan Tedas. So first proper enduro. Yeah, I'm working on balancing the audio. You guys in chat can let me know what to fix or change. But again, first proper enduro on the menu here. We're gonna have daytime go to night here. It should be one of our longer ones. We do have a couple more of these lined up. Bathurst being one of them. Riding with Mikhail Danilov. Vision 47 flexing their muscles early on here in qualifying. What can the Russian do? From 5th. The Audis have been fast. The Corvettes have been quicker. The Porsches have been mid-pack. A lot of cars we're still waiting to kind of see some solid results from. The Hondas, the Ferraris. First race for Thomas Smith here. Going to be interesting to see what he's going to be able to do starting from last. Ignash, another guy you're going to have to look for further back there in that BMW starting in 14th. Could charge forward. We'll have to see. New AMG pace car being driven by Will. Starting to peel off as we are set here for an hour and 10 minutes of endurance racing from Spa-Francorchamps. Green flag flies immediately. And we're underway. Already, Tedas wastes no time. A couple of dive bombs to the inside here through turn number 1 as we're riding with Arthur Bellin. Still side by side. Tedas leads Yelwin into Eau Rouge, and then there's trouble early on. Pressure from Danilov and Scorer towards Yelwin. Almost too wide. Yes, too wide. Up Eau Rouge there. That's Scoro trying to challenge, I believe, Danilov further back. As we are heading down the Camel Straight for the first time. Already, guys, tugging in for the slipstream. Yelwin not quite there, trying to sell. Ivan Tedas, a dummy, won't get there. Big dive from the inside there. That's one of the Porsches. I want to say that's Yair trying to get around Sikorsky. It is. And, ooh, big snap of oversteer there for Sikorsky. Oh, one car off. Oh, trouble. Matt Webb goes off. And one of the favorites immediately falls out. Oh my. Ted is already comfortable in the lead. Big dive to the outside there from AJ Nickel. Locks up the front. Gonna try the over-under here on Matt Scoro. South African gonna try to defend. Excuse me, that's Bellin in the Audi right now, trying to defend to the inside. Holds that position for now. Nickel gonna back out and gonna keep trying these over-unders to get around this Audi. That opens the door for you here to make this a 3-car freight train for 5th. Nickel's got the legs. He's got nowhere to put it right now. He's gonna get a good overtake here. Good opportunity for an overtake through the kink. As he tucks right in to the bumper here of Matt Scoro. After that, a handful of Porsches behind you here in Barrios. Nickel to the outside. Scoro to the inside. Holds on, and a little bit of lockup again from that Octane Audi. One lap and 2 minutes in. Tedas leads Yelwin and Danilov. This battle continues, though, between AJ Nickel and Arthur Bellin. Side by side now up Eau Rouge. Nickel backs out. Looks to the outside, now to the inside. Slingshots to the left here, going down Camel. Further up ahead, Yelwin now starting to defend against Danilov. But here come these two into the chicane. Nickel loses it on the brakes. Oh, that's going to have to be under review there, because I don't know if that's going to be allowed. Nickel holds onto that position provisionally. And now it becomes a 4-car freight train. That's Sam Yahir and Sandy Barrios behind. And those two Porsches, the 70 and the 76. Ivan Tedas already a 2.5 seconds on Ewan Yelwin. Then Mikhail Danilov in 3rd. Then it's the 4-car freight train right here. After Matt Scoro, it's AJ Nickel, Arthur Bellin, Samuel Yahir, and Santi Barrios. As we start to get into a rhythm. Again, extra time added today. Strategy is going to be a premium. Your timing for everything is going to have to be so much more thought out, especially when you consider the length of this chicane, or of this pit stop, excuse me. Entry's right here at the bus stop, and you don't get spat out until after Eau Rouge. So the time you're going to have to run through at limiter is absolutely brutal. So absolutely something you need to think about. Further back, Matt Webb starting his charge forward after he spun on lap 1. He's already cleared Adrian Quiros. And that blue Porsche behind, he's got a handful of Audis in front of him he's going to try to weave through. Up first is, I believe, Adam Sikorsky in that martini-colored Audi. Yes, it is. Good run off of Eau Rouge. We saw this kind of run from Nickel last time by. How is Sikorsky going to defend? He wants a top 10 badly. He wants to hold on to this spot. Side by side here. Here come the anchors. Sikorsky holds on to it. But Matt's got the nice line. Sikorsky able to carry that momentum. And will hold on to that 10th spot for now. What's Webb going to do? Almost a little bit of a nudge it looked like there from Matt Webb. And this is giving Quiros a chance to strike back. The holdup from Sikorsky is giving this Porsche a chance to maybe grab those positions back from those two Audis. Webb now to the inside. Side by side pushes Sikorsky all the way outside of track limits into that concrete runoff. Gets it done. What can Quiros do? Not enough now. But Quiros on the move. Quiros looking to be on the move. Matt Webb on the move. As trouble for AJ Nickel, whose Mustang was Gary's Mod no clip in there. Into the track for a second. Not entirely sure what happened there, but has managed to continue running. That puts him right back into this battle we saw earlier on with Webb. He's closed the gap now to Semiketis. Big dive to the outside here into the bus stop. That might be an issue for Semiketis. You could see smoke coming out of the R8 there, so the Greek might have issues. I want to say locked up the wheels there going into the bus stop. But that makes a 5-car freight train here. 10th back, one taker into the pit lanes already. Thomas Smith, the Englishman with problems already. I want to say got into contact there with Quiros, is what race control was telling me. So stop early on. This is going to have to be a 2-stopper then for the Englishman for Team DDM. 1-stopper if he gets a safety car, but it's going to be a stretch, absolutely. Back up to the podium, Danilov, Scoro, and Bellin. That is already with 4 seconds on Yelwin. He's got Danilov and Scoro right behind him right now. Yelwin won the whole shot, got a couple of positions there through turn 1, and is trying to hold on to that premium for the time being. Shout out Alec Mealing for the design. Further back, battle between Sikorsky and Kiros continues. Kiros to the inside here. Can't quite get to the bumper, but there might have been a little bit of a phantom push there on Sikorsky. He goes wide and Kiros gets that position. I'm not seeing any damage on Sikorsky's Audi, so I think it just kind of spooked the pole there. And that'll get Kiros up into 11th. Eau Rouge, such a scary corner. You talk about not only the faith and downforce you got to have, but if you're brave enough to run the curbs like Sam Yahir did there, that might have been too much of a lick, though, as he tried to get around Arthur Bellin. Had a little bit of a track limit violation there as we ride on board with his Porsche. And now Barrios going to start to close that gap. Not enough right now. The Argentinian trying to close the gap to the Rebellion teammate here. Ironically enough this season, it feels like all we've seen is infighting between the teammates. All the Octane guys have battled with each other. Especially all of the Porsche Valkyrie guys have certainly battled with each other, as we're seeing here. So Yellen, what we've missed, has lost that position to the Russian Danilov. Scaro just a little bit further behind. There he is in the Audi. And further back, Kiros continues to charge forward here. Cleared Sikorsky. Now he's got Semikidis right in front of him. AJ Nickel on the recovery drive, trying to get by Matt Webb. Both of these guys involved in trouble early on. Oh, baby! Around goes Matt Webb! Gets loose! Oh, my goodness! 360 and keeps it running. Danny Sullivan moment for Matt Webb. It wasn't fast, it wasn't optimal, but man, did he look cool doing it. Adam Sikorsky continues to battle on the bumper of Kiros right now, looking for a way around. Tries the dive bomb into turn number 1. This is bold. Clears him, but might get the over-under here for Kiros. Can't clear him. How's it going to look going into Eau Rouge? Oh my goodness. Ooh, one of the Audis going wide there. Again, that's Webb who's wrestling with that Audi. You can see the damage there. Cracked windscreen on the 33. Weaving back and forth, trying to clear these two cars behind Sikorsky and Kiros. So we'll have to see what the reaction is here from Webb, because he may need to come to pit lane. You want to run a relatively trimmed out setup here due to the long straights that are at Spa, but again, that leads to rolling the dice and not having a lot of stability in the high-speed corners. We're seeing Webb lose that gamble right now. Sikorsky goes wide. 3-car battle right now, as both of these guys are trying to get around the maimed Matt Webb. Sikorsky to the inside, trying to make that Audi as wide as possible, staying to the middle of the track here. Exit is going to be important here. Down the back stretch. This is where we saw Webb lose it. The run up here to this fast left-handed kink. On board with Kiros there for a moment. Oh my goodness, Sikorsky looking for a chance. We got Lance Strolled again! Whoa! Hello? Oh god, Denny's Wi-Fi's happening. Oh boy. Webb will react though and go to pit lane. Oh my goodness. Apologies for the connection issue as I am trying to call these guys from halfway around the world. Oh boy. Oh man. We might have lost the server, chat. Oh man. I'm gonna be right back, hang on. Back here as we try to battle these technical gremlins here. We had the issue, obviously, at Watkins Glen, and we were scared that was going to maybe rear its head once again here at Spa, but I think we're good. Emphasis on think. You're looking at the three-car battle here for fifth. You hear Barrios and Bellin as these guys have gone at it for the past 15 minutes or so. You hear with those teal party lights, those LED strips in the grill of that 911. Further ahead, Scoro trying to dig on Ewan Yelwin. Big dive to the inside there. Bellin trying to get to Barrios, but goes all the way to the inside there. Good defense, ballsy defense there to get through. We're going to back away here as I try to fix these technical gremlins, leave you with the sights and sounds of Spa-Francorchamps. As you're watching the ARC GT World Challenge presented by the Racing Rats. Back here for the 1.2 hours of Spa in the ARC GT World Challenge presented by the Racing Rats. Just watched issues for Arthur Bellin, lost control of his R8 as we watch Danilov do the same in second. Oh my goodness. Trouble for the Russian. That'll give third to Skoro, second to Yelwin. And Danilov, who was looking so solid in that Mustang, has fallen back to fourth. Oh my goodness. And major trouble here for both of these Vision 47 Mustangs. As we ride on board with Adrian Kiros, we mentioned the issues earlier on for Arthur Bellin. That gives that position, that gives those two positions back to Yair and Barrios. As more issues for Danilov here. What is this onboard angle? Nickel looking for a way around Bellin now, who's fallen back. Into the bus stop. Nickel hangs on to the brakes here and just tries to throw the block there, trying to get to that apex as quick as possible, and it worked out. What's the response going to be from Bellin? Looks to the inside here. Onto the anchors. Goes wide, gives that position back to Arthur. But again, we know those Mustangs have the legs. What's the reaction going to be here through Eau Rouge? Take enough curb and you can go fast. Use too much, the car's going to get upset and you're toast. We've been Lance Strolled again. A little bit of contact there between the two. Backs out, Bellin gets it. And oh my goodness. Nickel goes deep on the brakes once again. So your top three now, Ivan Tedes holds that lead. 10 seconds ahead of Ewan Yellen and Matt Skoro. That can't be right. I was like, either AJ's pedals disconnected or we're having connection issues if you're going full speed through Puhan, and I knew it was the latter. Oh my goodness. A reminder, by the way, that real life we've been doing this race, the 24-hour version, since 1924. Of course, in recent years, it's been around to the GT World Challenge, Intercontinental GT World Challenge by SRO. It's been, with Formula One leaving, it's going to be arguably one of the biggest consistent events here at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Originally open to prototypes, then it became more of a touring car event in the closing of the 20th century. And kind of ever since Y2K, it's shifted over. Became a round of the FIA GT Championship in 2001 and has been the home for GT racing ever since. No manufacturer has won more here in this event in real life than BMW. 25 wins. One of the races that maybe has not been claimed by Porsche in that regard, although they're in second with 8. Alfa Romeo kicked insane butt in the early days, 1928 to 1938. Won 7 races in that opening 10 years. Ford was also incredibly strong in the touring car days in the late 80s, early 70s. They've got 6. Nickel and Danilov were hoping to add on to that legacy, but unable to thus far. Forecasting a battle for second place right now as Matt Scoro slowly starts to close that gap to Ewan Yelwin. Might have been trouble there for Ivan Tatus, I'm not entirely sure. That's the sister car. That's, I believe Thomas Smith. Yes, it is. Quarter way through, we're going to step back really quickly as Tech Gremlins are showing up again. Stay with us. The bumper here of Ivan Yelwin. Oh my God.